Hello everyone and welcome back in our new episode of our Minecraft series. So, let's start again once more by reviewing the changes since I've been tirelessly working on our base. As you can see right here, I've covered up the spiral staircase. I did it offline, didn't want to build anything too detailed, too fancy, for the time being at least. But I wanted to cover up in order for us not to fall down the hole anymore, and always with the focus of trying to close up the small square area. As you can see here, it's coming all together. I've also been beautifying a little bit all over the place. You can see it already over here. I've been striving to remove the torches, or well, at least hide them underneath these moss carpets, and as well as light up everything, make the path a little bit nicer. Well, here we have one last standing torch, but it's simply because here is all puzzle, and the moss carpet doesn't blend in well with the puzzle. Here I've extended the pond, as I've said in the previous episode, and I've also built a little bridge. As you can see, our axolotl is already roaming around. Here is pretty much the same. I didn't change all that much, but down here we have a secret passage underwater. We have this little pipe that goes down here, and it pops up out here. It's quite a nice addition, and you can also access it from the side by jumping into the waterfall. So, other than that, well, I've removed here the path. Is no more. I still have to get rid of this because, well, having built that there, we no longer have the space that once, well, the path that once went around here on the around the edge of the hole. Here is our well, the same as before. Downstairs, I've been working onto the temple area, still beautifying a little bit everything. I've added trees, I've added berry bushes. Here we still have a couple of torches here and there. I had to add them back in because otherwise the berry bushes wouldn't grow. And I don't have I don't have any more bone meal on myself. I've used up almost every single bone. I've added in the bridge I've mentioned last time. In the end, I ended up using cobblestone and spruce planks, and here I've added a little bit of greenery here and there in order to decorate all around our shrine that we built last time. And most of all, I've made the ditch here quite more deep than it was last time. Now having this small bridge has much more sense. Otherwise, we would have to work over this gap, which is I think 10 blocks deep. I've also added a little bit of greenery here and there. Still a work in progress, but it's come together quite nicely for the time being, at least. I'm satisfied of the looks of it, and there is definitely space for improvement in the upcoming future. Now let's get back up to the signboard and plan the episode. Okay, here we are. So, as last time, we managed barely to remove a couple of signs from the signboard, and it's already back full once more. But we still have to remove what I did off camera. So, well, and also last episode, the temple is done, and I've also, well, covered up the spiral staircase, so this can go away. that's it. Yes, because the rest is still to be done. So, what are we going to do in this episode? Well, we've been building tirelessly on here in our base. So, just to change up a little bit things, I wanted to go on a little bit of an exploration session. Namely, I want to go down to the Nether and get a hold, finally, of a Ribcage Trim. Because we still lack it. We still didn't have, haven't had the chance of finding it, so I want it to add it to my collection. And in the future, we may as well do a styling episode where we will choose how to work, well, how to decorate our own armor once we have enough trims from which we can choose. I've also added a couple of things onto the to-do list. I want a new bedroom because, well, we've been living in this tower since we've built it. So since episode, I think 2 or 3. So it's been 20 episodes, 20 weeks that we've been living in here. It's high time that we expand it, but in another episode. And that's it, I think. Yes, because the map, we already had moved it here, but I want to make a map room for that. So, well, we have to highlight what are we going to do. So, Ribcage Trim, and I'll go ahead and prepare everything, and I'll get back to you once I'm ready. Okay, so welcome back. I've managed to, well, gather the supplies needed, apart from maybe some more torches, which is easily fixed. No, not iron, but torches. Cool. Wood, we can, oh wait, don't, yes I do have some bamboo. Torches. Okay, done. And that's it. I've already also stocked up the ender chest with well, some backup supplies. And while I was, well, gathering all the supplies needed, I went over and got a new set of diamond tools, and I stumbled upon a new pickaxe. Look at that! It has silk touch, and so I swapped over the new ones, and the old ones are left in here. This is good because now we can use ender chests, so without worrying ourselves with breaking it and carrying some ender eyes apart. So, with this, down to the Nether. I'll get back to you once I've found something interesting, or at least worthy of your interest. Okay, well, we are approaching our very first warped forest, and now we can harvest an allium. So, yes, hot tourist destinations. It was the last biome we were lacking. So now we are reaching the end of our exploration session. Yes, I didn't find very much to show you because well, I went through a lot of structures and there was no accident mostly. So I just wanted to conclude with our goal reached of finding what we were looking for, the Ribcage Trim. Yes. Now, well, there is still the way back, but well, it's basically me just running at the Strider back home as fast as possible. So let's get back to it. Oh, okay. Home sweet home. Oh my lord, this was a long and excruciating exploration session. Oh goodness gracious me. And now let's review the product. Wow. Now we need a double chest to check out everything. Well, some things I took them with me, some others instead we managed to find them. So, first and foremost, we reached our goal. We finally, after checking, I think 4 or 5 uh, nether fortresses, which, surprisingly enough, they were all in source and valleys. It seems like in this world there are no nether fortresses outside of source and valley. It's quite unbelievable to me, at least. Well, apart from that, for smithing template, this is good because you can duplicate it, but it costs 7 diamonds each time to duplicate a smithing template. Whether it being this one for nether upgrade or another trim, for example. I can duplicate now this one, but I need a lot of diamonds. Well, we got our hands on a lot of gold, and I even left much behind because I was basically sick tired on the way back. I managed to explore another area of the nether, which I didn't, and I encountered a couple of bastions. I think I went through like 10 to 15 bastions. Yes, that's a lot. Well, 1 diamond, as well as some diamond horse armor. And I also got my hands on a mending pickaxe, which I merged thanks to some iron scavenged into the bastions with this pickaxe. So we now just need another unbreaking and an efficiency 5, and we got our hands on a full enchant pickaxe. I also found a fortune pickaxe, which is not fortune 3, but I do not complain. I got, well, 2 snout banner patterns, another pick step, some golden apples, a lot of gilded blackstone, which is good because this you can obtain it only when trading with piglins. Some netherite. I had found more ancient debris, but I had to smelt them. Had to, quote, smelt them into an ingot because I wanted to, well, empty out. I found some scrap and I wanted to free up a slot of the ender chest. I got quite a bit of obsidian, but I turned it all in ender chests, so not that much. Well, some crying obsidian, iron horse armor, a shovel with mending, which I can, I can use it to craft, enchant some soul speeds. 1 soul speed 1, soul speed 2, and 3. 3 is very good. 2 meh. 1, well, that's not good. Some magma creams, obviously, golden armor. I got my hand since now we have the silk touch pickaxes and we can use ender chests. I also got my hands on crimson and warped nylon, a stack of each. I plan on getting my hands on a bundle because that way I can collect samples when I go outside exploring. But for that, we will need to look for rabbits. Some bone blocks, I kept them because when decorating I need a lot of bone meal for example growing grass, growing plants, and that's very useful. As well as some string, which I'll keep it also this too because we don't have any farms at the moment. Some quartz, and yes, that's mostly it. There are some a couple of other things, like for example some magma blocks, spectral arrows, or stuff like that, but that's not very important. Wow! So we can now, since I remembered, get rid of this sign. Usually I forget to do it at the end of the episode. And as a last concluding note to this episode, since I forgot to do it in the beginning of the episode itself, we need to go downstairs. I want to sacrifice this pick step to the Minecraft gods for granting us our objective. since I already have one, but it's pretty rare, so it's quite... I hope that the gods will be pleased. Ooh, it's almost... this is... I think it's almost new moon, so we may... next episode we may as well stage up a ritual toward of misfortune. They say in the new moon nights, witches are the busiest. So we need to ward off some witches. Well, with this final sacrifice and hoping to remember next time to perform the sacrifice at the beginning of the episode, not at the end, I thank you very much for following me until this moment. And as the midnight draws nearer, I bid you goodbye. Thank you for following, and I'll wait for you in the next episode. Bye bye!